Hello, welcome to Juniper Level Botanic Garden, the home of Plant Delights Nursery. Let's talk about fennel. This is the same fennel you would grow if you were growing fennel for fennel seed. Indeed, when this flowers and the seeds ripen up, it's a delightful thing to eat. I find the green seeds, the ones that haven't fully matured, are really delicious just to eat them directly off the plant. It is a long-lived perennial, very drought tolerant, though it's not something that fennel has to put up with very often in our climate. In bloom, it's about 5-6 feet tall. It's in the umbel family, the same family as parsley and Queen Anne's lace and some deadly poisonous plants like water hemlock and poison hemlock. So it has a big inflorescence that's sort of shaped like a Queen Anne's lace, but it's sort of a acid yellow-green color, very striking. And we cut it down before all the seed is mature because the seed is very fertile and you'll get a carpet of seedlings. And then it responds to being cut to the ground by putting up fresh foliage. This is foliage it started to put up about 2 months ago. It is not a North American native, but our native Eastern Black Swallowtail butterfly makes the caterpillars of that butterfly make use of this foliage. It's almost guaranteed that if you plant fennel or parsley, you're going to have the Eastern Black Swallowtail caterpillars on them. The caterpillars do look quite a bit like a monarch caterpillar, but they're bright green and black banded rather than sort of almost white or pale yellow green and black banded. And if you annoy one of these guys, I don't know if it's starting to do it. It'll put up two like fleshy horns from the front of the caterpillars. Maybe he's too chilly today to be annoyable, but the fleshy horns they put out of the out of their head are called osmeterium, and osme means fragrant or odorous, like the tea olive is osmanthus, which means fragrant flower. And the purpose of the horns on the caterpillar is just to produce an unpleasant smell. And by that point, if you haven't yet popped it in your mouth, you might decide not to bother eating it at that point. But this foliage, could be used in the kitchen. It's very tender at this stage. This is the wild parent of the vegetable we call fennel, or often we call it by the Italian name Foeniculum. And there, it's sort of like the difference between a wild celery plant and the cultivated celery. In the vegetable fennel, the base of the leaf stalks have been tremendously enlarged over what's typical of the wild plant. But it's an easy ornamental plant. It's a great plant to plant if you want to support one of our native pollinators, the Eastern Black Swallowtail, and fairly indestructible. Likes a sunny location, just good drainage. Well, just normal drainage, not excessive drainage. And also, if you had a dry garden, it's very drought tolerant once it's established. So fennel, the scientific name for fennel is Foeniculum vulgare. Vulgare doesn't mean vulgar, at least in the way Americans use the word vulgar. It just means common. So it's a plant that the European taxonomists knew because it's a European plant. Thank you for your time today, and I hope to see you again in the garden.